Alright guys, it's day 2 out here today, and this is Tuesday. We started on this thing yesterday on a Monday. We got the LS back here cleaned up. We got it fully pretty much disassembled. Cleaned it up with some purple power. Hit it with wire brush, really knocked the dirt off of it. Had some oil on it. Got all that cleaned up. But today we're going to be focusing on getting this 305 out of this square body up here, and it's gonna take a little time, you know. Definitely gonna take a little time. My guy's probably gonna, you know, pop some fingers and yeah, you know, probably say a few choice words, but we're gonna get it. Like always, we gonna get it. Okay, hood's gonna have to come off. Of course, we know that. Let's see. Probably have to do some digital stuff, you know, pop some wires and do a little bit of this clicky clacky, but we're gonna get this thing, you know, we're gonna have it running. Whether or not we do get the LS running after what me and him did yesterday with the wiring is another thing. We had a fun time disassembling everything on this wiring. I was like really hoping that he knew what he was doing, and we'll get it running. We'll get it running. We'll get it running. You know. Today, focusing on this, gonna get this hood popped off. We're gonna get this motor pulled out, do our odd and end things. We ain't got a whole lot of time to work on today because we gotta go do a couple jobs today. But we're gonna get as much as we can get done today with this setup, and we will throw you guys probably on a time lapse most of this video. I don't know how this is gonna be, but we're gonna see.
What's up, y'all? As you can see, you know, I was thinking about, what was it, 2020 this thing was running?
Yeah, somewhere around there.
We got it running in 2020. About 4 years ago, I was looking kind of similar as I am now when it didn't run. So it's amazing it runs and I still look like this. Like, literally, I don't know where you can find oil at and grease to get into, but I have found it. I found the fountain of oil. And no, it didn't eat my shirt up like this. This is from welding. So, that's just the way it is. But I got a couple of extra holes. Got a wrench to the face a couple of times. A little bit of antifreeze in the eye, but hey, I can still see. Anyway, 1150,000 billion jillion years later, we finally got everything unhooked. Give them a look at it. Give them a go see. We think we got everything unhooked, put it that way. We're about to go fetch the Kubota and throw a chain on this jewel. See if we can give it an old scooch. A loose. The dowel pins is still in the transmission. So I think we got everything unhooked. We're gonna try to lift it out with the header still on it, fan still on it. I don't know if it's gonna be enough room. We left the radiator in, so if we have to, it's only like 2 bolts holding it in. We can slide it out. Probably wouldn't be a bad idea just to keep from busting a hole in it, because we're going to try to reuse it for the LS. But I think we're about ready to see if we can snatch this thing out. hopefully it'll come out pretty easy. But it's been in the truck since I'm guessing here since probably 1990, maybe 92. It got put in, or got took out, put it that way. My father sunk it into a creek, if you're watching. Yeah, we had water coming in the windows out of both sides, like fish swimming in the floorboard. It's great. In the bed of the truck, it's coming over. Back then, you could drive across creeks and go to the other side, but we never made it to the other side. But anyway, that's another story. So, we're about to go get this thing hooked up. Like he said earlier, we got some work to go do. Could we possibly work anymore? So, we ain't even showed y'all the Kubota, but this is our motor puller 2000. Actually, we could call it our motor puller LA525. That's what's stamped on the side of it.
Sounds cooler.
Anyway, it's not what you guys are probably used to, but hey, it's got more muscle than your jack stands and motor pullers and whatever. We can lift the front of the truck up, but we don't need to. But we got it if we need it, you know? Because we like to do things a little harder. We're going to go get that and see if we can fish this sucker out. But we will show y'all a sped up clip of this, maybe. That way you can't hear anything. But I'm probably going to be doing a lot of hollering and fussing. Alright, y'all, we went to war. We didn't think it through when we done this. We got, of course, I'm sure everybody out there, slow thinking process. We're in the moment, we're not thinking. Y'all are. This thing's head high. It's almost 5 foot tall in the front. So the tractor was maxed out on the lift capacity. Looking at it now, if we had parked it where his truck's at, we could have easily pulled the tractor right here and had a good 3 or 4 foot, and it would have been perfect. But as y'all seen, we had to go to drastic measures. We maxed out the tractor, couldn't get it up, ratcheted it, tried to get a better angle, take up the slack. It just wouldn't come out, so we had to take the tires off, throw a jack under it, and drop it all the way down. So we had the jack on the ground. So the truck was just as low as it would possibly go. And thank the Lord above, we was able to cheat just about 6 inches with the boom on the tractor. So we bucketed out. It actually picked it up, as you could see, and didn't tear anything up other than possibly the radiator. We should have took it out. I didn't because of the transmission lines that's going in it. I figured they would probably ring off because they've been in there forever. But looking at it, I think it's probably going to have a spot where it's in the flumes. So I guess that'll be another. I done ran out of $100 bills, so I guess it'll be another $100 bill, probably $200 bill. But hey, I can always pick cans up from here to there to go get it, I guess. But you know, anyway, can't cry over spilt beans, spilt milk,
Spilled beans.
spilt kitty litter. I don't know. All you do is laugh. You can't even worry about it at this point. You know that black hole that you see? If you ever tip off in it, you just keep falling. There's no bottom. So we still haven't found bottom. We just ordered a cam for the new motor. We got like gaskets and lifters, or well, we're not replacing the lifters because they're okay. But push rods, I mean, the list just keeps going and going. You know, that fishing tail starts out like this and it gets bigger and bigger. Well, we're so far out now we can't put our arms around that fish. So, but it's okay, because when we get through, it'll be worth it. You know, I'm not paying anybody to do this. Me and the cat behind the camera there, Mr. Grease Pants. Y'all don't see him. He's been bowed up today. But anyway, we got it out. The 305. We was able to pull it out with the fan and the headers. We should have took the fan off, and we would have had perfect. It would have been no problem. So any of y'all that are out there doing this with the tractor in the old school way, redneck 2000, you know? No, it's LA 525. But anyway, we got it. That's all that matters. We didn't lose any limbs. Nothing's broke. I mean, at the end of the day, the radiator, honestly, it won't hurt it to be replaced. We're putting this much money in an LS. I mean, hey, come on. Spend the extra money, go ahead and grab another one. I can find a junkyard somewhere, probably get one. But anyway, we got to clean this engine bay up. That's about 25, 30 years of good old goodness right there. And we're trying to figure out what torque converter we got, because I don't really know. We really need like probably a 3000, 3500 stall. So I don't know what's in this thing. I'm trying to not spend that money because of stuff like this, where we tear stuff up before we fix it. So one easy thing to do is, I've dropped the transmission out by myself a couple of times. I've never pulled the engine by myself a couple of times. So we're gonna put the motor back in. We're gonna hook it all back up when that time comes, and we're gonna see what it does. If the stall's not right, we're gonna drop the transmission and we'll put one in. But that's super easy to do. I mean, a couple hours. We've been working on this half a day. So there was a rat nest of wiring. I thought the LS wiring was bad, but I don't even know no more. I'm so far into wiring, I'm having nightmares at this point. So anyway, the next one we'll do will probably be cleaning this up, painting everything in here, getting it all, you know, ready to go. And then we got those bolts we got to get out of the manifold, exhaust manifold on the LS. Some genius broke that off, which, I mean, I guess he couldn't help it. But you know, preventative PB blaster, people. A little bit of heat when you're trying to do something always goes that extra mile. It's amazing what a little heat does. But I have let them things soak for 2 days now with PB blaster, so hopefully there won't be any more broke bolts. We may try to put some heat on them before we take them out, the ones that's in there. But that's aluminum head, so we're gonna drag the welder out, get the old welder a little something to do, and pray that we can get those 3 broke ones out and no more, I hope. Because I'm tired of having problems. I want some easiness. So anyway, at this point, we're kind of, I would say, not quite halfway done, but we're getting there. So y'all stay with us, and we're gonna put these things in series probably, so that we're not dragging out 2 and 3 days worth of video. So we're gonna try to shorten it up, make it a little faster for you, a little better for your entertainment purposes. Little editing got to be done. Man behind the camera. So y'all stay with us. Can't even talk. I mean, it's time to get some water. So anyway, now I got to go clean up and go do a little job to pay for all of this mess. So we'll see y'all on the next one.